Okay, so I know that this topic is months late, but this was something that I had no idea what was going on. Now, to simply clarify, let me first go over something that happened last weekend. Last weekend, on my Filli Vanilli review, I got bombarded with a bunch of hate comments regarding my rants on Pinkie Pie and Filli Vanilli. And the way she was written, it was something I didn't like, and I laid out some long detail pretty much throughout the majority of the review. And it's kind of no surprise given how controversial it was. The comments got so out of control that I had to disable the comments in that video and hopefully keep it disabled for a week, so that hopefully when I open it back up, people will be more calm. Apparently, that probably may not be the case. As usual, I could underestimate, the public of the internet, and there's always going to be those bunch of people who do nothing more than either troll, spread hateful comments, etc. There's always the amateur responses and feedback that is always thrown, to the deep ends of hell, etc. However, one of the comments stated something that I had no idea what was going on. I briefly just looked through the web and found something out of what was going on with Amy Keating Rogers, who wrote Filli Vanilli. And apparently, not only were people pissed off about the way Pinkie was written, but she was given death threats. I was completely unaware of this, and Jesus Christ, I knew that I was going to get myself into a bit of a mess where people would disagree with me on on something controversial, but I didn't expect something this big, something this notorious. So to give my piece on the matter, I had no involvement with that whatsoever, because I had no idea it was being that crucial. This to me could probably explain why she was being probably defensive on Twitter. I could be wrong, but the fact is, I kind of screwed up right here. I kind of screwed up that I went way too far talking about how Pinkie Pie was written. I mean, she was a minor, it's a quote from Amy, that it was a minor flaw in an episode for a cartoon show for kids. She said it somewhere. I can't seem to spread the words out correctly. Or maybe I'm just shoving words in her mouth accidentally. I don't know. I, for myself, am still not pleased at the way she was written, but why death threats? Are you going to beat this overreactive to those of you who ever did that, who gave that to her? Let me ask you this. Would you give death threats to, I don't know, let's say Meriwether Williams because she wrote Mysterious Ne'er-Do-Well? No. As I may recall, none of you ever did that. Not that I remember. I think a better perspective is this. A few examples. I did not like the way Corey Powell wrote the episodes Just for Sidekicks and Rainbow Falls. I didn't give her any death threats. It's just me being critical over her work. But death threats are, do I even need to say it? It is a huge disservice to yourself, to the Brony fandom. Just, somebody told me that from BabsCon, M.A. Larson was asked what out of all the episodes he was proud of the most. His answer was Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000, my most hated episode of the entire show. Did I send any death threats to him because that was his decision? No, that's his decision. If he was proud of Super Speedy the most, then that's great. He made his decision, and I respect that. I mean, this is the same guy who brought us the Cutie Mark Chronicles and Sonic Rainbow, Return to Harmony, Magic Duel, whatever other episode that you strongly appreciated. Luda fucking eclipsed. So his decision was on an episode that even if I didn't hate, I wouldn't really agree with him. But I respect his decision. The fact of the matter is, I screwed up getting way too over the top about the way Pinkie was written in Filli Vanilli. But I think it's even more screwed up that somebody, somewhere, somehow would get this overreactive, get this over the top, and throw it towards Amy because they weren't pleased with the way the episode was written. You want to know what the truth is? It's there. The damage is done. There's no going back. That episode was written roughly a year ago in advance, before it was published on national television. I'm utterly speechless. This is something I didn't know about, and Amy, if by any means you ever run into this video, or if you ever run into my channel and you saw my Filli Vanilli review, or if somehow, some way you stumble upon this and you're listening to this, if my video was ever an encouragement to anybody out there who went to the trouble of spreading this hatred to you, I am deeply sorry for that. That's never my intention. I will admit I have been harsh on Season 4. I'll go as far as to say that I wasn't pleased with the way Season 4 has been coming along so far, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate comments for saying that. I'm willing to take my chances. I'm paying the ultimate price. And I will admit I have anger issues. I get mad very easily. But I'm very sorry that this has happened to you. And the fact that some people would get this over the top is just unacceptable. And to those of you who did send your death threats, Think to yourselves, what are you doing? What favors are you doing for yourself? What favors are you doing for the fandom in general? Nothing. You've given us a bad name by doing that. Do you realize that? I understand that even for me, who was not pleased with the way the episode was written, guess what? Tough shit. A lot of people didn't seem to like Mysterious Mare Duel, but guess what? It's there. Take my advice. Go drink some water. Go find something productive to do. Go watch a movie. Go play a video game. Go take a jog outside of your house, down the street in a neighborhood. If you have a dog, take him for a walk. Go read a book. Go find something productive to do. Sitting your ass on a computer, sending death threats is just unacceptable. I mean, I don't even need to say it. Just fucking wow. Just fucking wow. Anyways, I wanted to get this completely out of my chest, and hopefully we'll just move on after what I said, you know. I didn't like the way Pinkie was written. Well, that's how it is. Just move on. We've got the rest of the season to look forward to. So, for those of you who went to the trouble of sitting through this rant completely, well, thank you for listening in. I hope I didn't upset you guys. But then again, I might be receiving some hateful comments. Anyways, I'm done.